Okay, somebody asked a serious question in a group chat. So let's talk about it. Okay, they said it's a lot to keep up with. Does anybody know how I can file a motion on a case that's expunged but also unfounded? So I put, you can file an AIC, Ineffective Assistance of Counsel petition. As I was explaining to Jackie, the case can be reversed, expunged, lesser fines. I actually did a video reading it over. And that's the link to my video, and it shows you where to go. So the answer is, when she files that ARC, her answer is right here. Definitely under duress due to disinformation. Look up disinformation. That's illegal. That's breaking the law. A lack of disclosure. Look up disclosure. A lack of, that's breaking the law. And no informed consent. Look up informed consent. That's the law. So they're breaking the law. Informed consent requires reasonable knowledge to make an informed decision to give informed consent. It would have been prudent to divulge the rules of professional conduct to the defendant to maintain the requirements of disclosure. Disclosure is the law. That's breaking the law. The rules of professional conduct. That's lawyers and judges' job description. There's the rules and the codes are rules of professional conduct, code of judicial conduct. Those are judges and lawyers' legal obligations in a court of law, not just to you, but to anybody and everybody, the public in general. Okay, so it would have been prudent to divulge the rules of professional conduct to the defendant to maintain the requirements of disclosure. That's a whole bunch of laws they were breaking. That's deprivation of rights. That's federal law they're breaking. Consider the fact that the rules of professional conduct and the code of judicial conduct both require reporting. Reporting misconduct, and no one, the opposing party nor the judge, reported misconduct, which is misconduct. It created conspiracy against rights under the color of law, which is a federal crime. Regardless of the outcome, what was supposed to happen in the beginning didn't, thus making irrelevant any and all proceedings from that point. All right, but that's all they have to say. It's pretty easy if you ask me. Just throwing a whole bunch of laws at them. Okay, that's all. Using their words against them. I didn't write these laws. I didn't make these laws up. The judiciary did, lawyers and judges, the bar association, so I just threw a lot of laws together. I did a video on all these different things. I did a video, let's see, I didn't do about duress, but disinformation, that's against the law, disclosure, a lack of, that's against the law. Informed consent or the lack of, that's against the law. Informed consent requires reasonable knowledge to make an informed decision. To be honest with you, that reasonable knowledge is the legal knowledge of an attorney. So that way you can get effective assistance of counsel. To make an informed decision, to give informed consent, it would have been prudent to divulge. Divulge is a legal term. Look up the definition. Look up divulge. It says to make relevant or show something that was unknown to the defendant prior to this point in time. So they legally have to say, okay, well, this is how we get informed consent. And we're going to have to go over the rules of professional conduct with you. And the codes eventually. The defendant maintain the requirements of disclosure. Now look up disclosure. And then you'll read what the requirements are, and then it'll tell you everything else I'm saying is true. Okay, so one law is covering the other. Privation of rights, that's against federal law. Okay, reporting misconduct is mandatory. Failure to report misconduct is misconduct. Okay, so it's quite simple. Just you know, people are. I just use layman's terms because all these laws are written in layman's terms. I don't. I didn't go to law school, so I don't know all those big words they learn in law school. But I I um I know how to read. I learned to read before I started school, and I'll be honest with you, the most books I ever picked up were law books. After that, a lot of medical literature. You know, I just you need to read. You need to read to succeed. Okay, so I think that should I just wanted to cover this little conversation. All right, talk to you later. Thank you and good night. May your Creator always be with you and rain many blessings. May you have a long life and good health. God bless.